All right, today we're going to dive into one of Dubai's most talked about new luxury projects, the Oasis by Emaar. We've got their official blueprint, so we're going to break down the whole thing for you: the vision, the homes, the investment, and really get a feel for what makes this community tick. And wow, they really lead with the dream, don't they? I mean, just look at this. This first image, it's not selling a house, is it? It's selling a feeling. This idyllic, water-centric lifestyle. This one shot pretty much sets the entire tone for what Amar is promising here. Okay, so let's start with the big picture. Before we jump into all the nitty-gritty of floor plans and prices, what's the core concept? I mean, what's the lifestyle Emaar is really selling here? I gotta say, I love this phrase they use in their brochure: a realm of softened moments. I mean, yeah, it's pure marketing, for sure, but it just perfectly captures the whole vibe they're going for. It's all about tranquility, right? Escaping the hustle and bustle of the city, a place where life just kind of slows down, all built around these beautiful, serene water features. But let's be real, an escape can't be too disconnected, can it? So the big question is, how does this beautiful vision of an oasis actually connect to the practical reality of, being in Dubai? And here we go. This map just perfectly illustrates the sheer scale of what we're talking about. This isn't just some small cluster of villas, folks. This is a massive, fully integrated community. And you can see right here how the waterways are like the arteries of the whole place, weaving between all the different plots. Okay, so now let's see how this massive master plan actually plugs into the rest of the city. All right, let's talk connectivity. This is a big one for a lot of people. First up, a key number for anyone who travels: you're just an 18-minute drive from Al Maktoum International Airport. So yeah, that makes getting in and out of the country incredibly easy. Need some retail therapy or a place to hang out? You're only 20 minutes away from the huge Dubai Hills estate. And, of course, the massive Dubai Hills Mall. That's one of the city's top spots for, well, everything. And get this, in just under 30 minutes, 28 to be exact, you can find yourself right in the middle of all those iconic skyscrapers and the buzzing energy of the Dubai Marina and the Marina Mall. And finally, the big one. We're talking just a 35-minute drive, and you're at the absolute heart of the city. Downtown Dubai, the Dubai Mall, the Burj Khalifa, the whole shebang. So yeah, it's an oasis for sure, but it's an oasis that's very, very well connected. Okay, so the location is definitely prime, no doubt about that. But what about life inside the community itself? This is where we really get to the core of that lifestyle promise, which they sum up with three words: dream, marvel, and explore. And when you look at the list of amenities, you can totally see how they're designed to back up that whole softened moments idea. The absolute centerpiece is this massive swimmable lagoon. Then you've got wellness and spa facilities, tracks for jogging and cycling, community parks, playgrounds. They're not just throwing in a pool and a gym here. They're literally engineering a daily resort-style experience for everyone. All right, it's time for the main event. Let's talk about the product itself, the homes. MR is offering a range of these incredible standalone villas, and we're going to break them down into the three main categories they have on offer. First up, we've got the four-bedroom villas, and let me tell you, these are substantial homes. We're talking a minimum size of over 7,200 square feet, with a starting price of 13.83 million dirhams. So here we can see the ground floor layouts for two different architectural styles. You've got the chamfer style on the left and the contemporary on the right. Now, they both share some key features, right? Like that ground floor guest suite and the dual kitchens. But the real difference is in the flow. Just look at how the formal entertaining spaces are laid out differently. It creates a totally unique feel for each one. Okay, moving on up, we've got the five-bedroom villas. Now, the size bumps up to nearly 8,000 square feet, and that starting price climbs to 15.85 million dirhams. And you can see the step up immediately just by looking at the layout. The spaces are way more expansive. You get these really distinct formal and informal living areas. That all-important ground floor guest suite is still there, of course, but the whole footprint is just bigger. It creates a much grander sense of arrival, and you can tell there's a huge focus on poolside entertaining. And finally, we arrive at the most exclusive offering of them all, the six-bedroom villas. I mean, these are just palatial. We're talking a minimum size of almost 13,000 square feet. And the starting price tag? A cool 27.05 million dirhams. At this level, it is all about sheer, unapologetic scale.
Look at this. On the left, the chamfer style actually has a dedicated space for a grand piano. A grand piano. And over on the right, the contemporary style features this incredible formal hall. Both of these designs are all about grandeur, about making a statement, and they both have this amazing, seamless connection to those huge outdoor spaces. All right, so we've looked at the vision, the lifestyle, and the actual product. But now for the big question. What does the investment actually look like? Let's break down the numbers. So what exactly is the price of entry here? Well, this next bit of data lays it all out. So this table gives us the hard numbers, plain and simple. And you can really see the principle of scarcity at play here. Notice this. There are 177 of the 4-bedroom villas available, but that number drops all the way down to just 50 for those top-tier 6-bedrooms, the ones that start at over 27 million dirhams. It really highlights the kind of exclusivity they're going for at the very high end of the market. And here's how that investment is actually structured over time. It all kicks off with a 10% down payment. After that, you can see the payments are spread out over a pretty long construction period. And check this out. A big chunk, 20%, is only due when it's all finished, which is scheduled for early 2030. So this isn't designed for a short-term flip. It's definitely a payment plan built for someone with a long-term investment horizon. And so, after digging through all those floor plans, the data, the payment schedules, we come full circle. We're right back where we started, with this one image. Because at the end of the day, this is the ultimate promise. This is what all those numbers and all those details are supposed to deliver: a serene, luxurious waterfront lifestyle. It's pretty clear that Emaar is selling way more than just homes here, right? They're selling a complete, curated lifestyle that's all about water, wellness, and connectivity. So the final question we have to ask is this. With its incredible blend of resort-style living and a super strategic location, is the Oasis the new blueprint for what luxury really means in Dubai?